Hello there, and welcome to my mini-series Star Wars The Clone Wars The Original Seasons. In this video we will be covering Season 7. While the final version of Season 7 was known as the final season, the original plans for the 7th season of The Clone Wars were very different. What eventually became Season 7, but mostly branded as the final season, released between February 21st, 2020, premiering with the episode The Bad Batch, and concluding on May 4th, 2020 with the episode Victory and Death on Disney+. This season being produced separately from the original production had the production name Twins, but the 3 story arcs chosen for this final season were actually planned story arcs from the original production. There is only one similarity with the final season version and the original planned version of Season 7, and that has to do with the Bad Batch story arc being the season opener in both versions. Beyond that, the 2 versions of Season 7 couldn't be any more different. Here is a list of the episodes and story arcs that were included in the final season version of Season 7, totaling a number of 12 episodes. Here you can see the original production codes and the Twins production codes for all 3 of the story arcs. What is notable is that this final season essentially took one arc from the last full 3 seasons that were planned for the Clone Wars. Ahsoka's Walkabout, also known as Ahsoka's Journey, with its original production codes of 605 to 608, was taken from what was to be the full 6th season as talked about in my previous video about the original Season 6, with the story arc originally intended to be the finale of that season. The Bad Batch arc kept its original placement as the Season 7 premiere, but now releasing before Ahsoka's Walkabout instead of after it. The Twins production codes were changed to reflect this, with this arc taking up 101 to 104 instead of the original 609 to 612. The final story arc in this season, The Siege of Mandalore, was taken from what would have been the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars Season 8, with its original production codes of 721 to 724 being substituted with 109 to 112. Here is a list of the story arcs that I believe was intended to be the full 7th season. The following arcs I believe to have formed the original Season 7 were 609 to 612 The Bad Batch, 613 to 616 Dark Disciple, 617 to 620 Yoda and the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk, 621 to 624 Son of Dathomir, and 701 to 704 Return to the Jedi. Acting as the penultimate season of the Clone Wars and being 20 episodes long, this season would have slightly reduced the episode count the show was known for from 22 episodes a season down to 20. I believe this was due to how the rest of the story arcs were now all 4 episodes long. Please note that the arc known as Dark Disciple is actually only the first half of what was to become the Dark Disciple novel, with the second half, titled Saving Voss, planned to air in the following season. As with the previous video, the yellow highlighted episodes are ones with concept names, as the original episode titles were never released, which is sadly the case with Yoda and the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk and Return to the Jedi. Just like with Season 6, I believe that the original Season 7 would have also aired in production order, ending with the Ahsoka-focused Return to the Jedi arc, again repeating a Clone Wars trend of most seasons ending with an Ahsoka-focused story. A continuing pattern here is that the majority of the season actually consisted of story arcs produced in the 6th production season, with only the finale actually being from the 7th production season, again showing how the production seasons continue to outpace their release ones. Had this season been completed and released on Cartoon Network, I believe this season would have started around the same time as Season 1 of Star Wars Rebels, in the fall/autumn of 2014, airing its first 3 story arcs during the last few months of that year, with the following 2 story arcs from this season most likely intended to air in the first few months of 2015, ending the season in either February or March of that year. Sadly, the majority of the story arcs of this season never made it to screen, with only the Bad Batch arc getting finished just under 6 years after it was initially planned to air. This season's story arcs got to various stages of development when the show was cancelled. While most of the story arcs got to the design stage, the Bad Batch arc was the last arc in the original production to get final voice acting. Dark Disciple got fully story-reeled, Yoda and the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk was only partially story-reeled, Son of Dathomir was the last story arc with designs created, and Return to the Jedi sadly never got to beyond script stages. In 2014, the Son of Dathomir story arc became a 4-issue comic, while 2015 saw the Dark Disciple arc form the first half of a novel with the same name. Season 7 was originally intended to be the penultimate season of the Clone Wars, with the planned following full 8th season intended to be its last. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe and comment. Until the next time, goodbye.